straw bales on the left covered by tarpaulin, and we just dug the holes to put the car tyres which will that the building will stand on. We dug them yesterday just down to the clay layer, and you can see we've had a lot of rain overnight. They filled with water, unfortunately, but that hasn't stopped us putting in a few car tyres and filling in with stones. So then a second tyre will go on top of that one. And now you can see the car tyres have been put in the holes and filled with stones. We have 15 pads now laid out, all the same, car tyres filled with stones. On top of those stones have gone blocks of wood and built that up with beams on top to create a platform, as you can see here. Okay, so the next thing we've done is put some post holes in, some posts down into the ground, 3 foot down, and these are going to give lateral support to the beams. The next step, which we're doing now, is putting a textile layer on top of the beams, and that will help insulate the wire which is going to go on top of that. Right, so what we've done at this point is we've put the fabric membrane down to start with, and then the wire. This is galvanised wire, 1/2 inch, and that's hopefully to first stop any vermin coming up through. The fabric is to give it a little bit of insulation to try and prevent condensation. On top of that we're laying floor joists with strutting halfway down the length. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is nailing the fabric and the wire to the undersides of the joists. It's not a lot of fun. I'll do.
Okay, so we're putting the insulation in now, and this is what is called earth wool, and it's made from recycled glass bottles, and we're going to roll it out across it. It's going to be the underfloor insulation.
We chose this because of it's fire retardant and also inert to water, so any damp wouldn't affect it. On top of that we've laid the floorboards. They're tongue and groove chipboard flooring, and that will give us a platform to work from. Okay, so what we've done now is we've transferred all the bales over into the centre of the platform for storage. We've put down a floor plate of smart ply. It's 40mm wide, and that will raise the bales off the floor slightly. That's to help if there's any spillages, or for mopping the floor, then moisture doesn't come up into the straw bales. We've also fitted spikes at regular intervals to hold the bales and stop the bottoms from slipping out. What we've done for the window frames, we've cut notches, and there's a 4x2 piece of wood will sit in these notches and go right up to the roof plate, and that's going to hold the windows in place. You'll also see here straps. We fitted the ratchet straps in place. Once the bales go up, these will go over the top of the bales, and we can ratchet it all down tightly. So we've put them in now just to make things easier, and we should soon be ready to start fitting bales. So now we've got 2 courses of bales laid and a big pile of bales in the middle of the platform, and it started to rain, quite heavy. We've covered the whole thing with a tarpaulin, and we've just got to wait. The forecast is that we're going to have one day of dry weather and a couple of days time in which we've got to finish all the walls. Okay, so now we're building the straw bale walls. We've got window openings, we've got a window which will go in there, and the box above it will be stuffed with straw. Around this side, more windows, a doorway, and back to Janet stuffing straw bales onto the walls. Right, so now I'm going to make a part bale out of this one. We need a gap. We've got a gap there which is 25 inches, 25 inches, which needs filling with a part bale. First off, tidy up the edges so they're nice and straight, square. Always tend to bulge a bit in the middle. And we use a bale knife, this thing. Now we could save both sides of this bale and put 2 strings through at once, but this one has been exposed on one end to some weather, so we're going to ditch it, use it for mulch around the trees. So right, 25 inches is that. I put the string through one of the holes in the bale knife. 25 inches. Tricky thing is getting it straight. And push it through. Out the other side. And then put the string. And then you do the second one. Out the other side. And thread it. Put the knife down. So now we'll pull these strings through up to the end, over the top to meet the other ends there. This end you tie a loop. And if your string's long enough, you'd do a trucker's hitch. There's one done. That's 2 done. Now we cut the original twine. And hey presto, you have a shorter bale. Okay, so after working all day yesterday putting up the walls. We knew this rain was coming, so we wrapped it in the breathable membrane, and we were working till midnight to get a tarp over the top. Unfortunately, it's been a bit of a nightmare. The inside isn't staying dry and it's causing us a real problem. We weren't able to get enough pitch on the tarpaulin, so it's just leaking. And see, the bales are getting wet, and this is a disaster. This is probably our lowest moment.